2020, the pandemic, lockdowns, fear. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez needed a car. Travel between New York and Washington. Safely, privately. She chose Tesla, Model 3, white, sleek, electric. According to reports, it cost somewhere between $46,000 and $59,000. For a congresswoman who built her brand on fighting billionaires, according to critics, it was an interesting choice. Because Tesla CEO, Elon Musk, the richest man on earth, the ultimate billionaire, the oligarch, everything AOC claimed to oppose. But she bought his car anyway, and for years, nobody really noticed or cared. Until 2022, when the feud started, AOC attacked Musk on Twitter, repeatedly, relentlessly, called him an oligarch, criticized his wealth, mocked his ego, and Musk. According to reports, he noticed she drove a Tesla. The mockery was brutal, the hypocrisy obvious. She's driving around in my car while calling me the devil, critics reportedly observed. September 2023. Face the Nation. Margaret Brennan asked the question, "You own a Tesla? You've been critical of Elon Musk. Why don't you buy a union-made EV?" According to the interview, AOC's answer was confusing. "Our car was purchased during the pandemic before a vaccine had come out." The internet exploded. The memes were instant. And the question that wouldn't die, can you hate billionaires while buying their products? According to AOC's critics, the answer was no. According to her supporters, it was complicated. But everyone agreed on one thing, her observers. The champagne socialist stereotype? This didn't help. The pandemic purchase nobody questioned. 2020, COVID-19 raging. No vaccine. Trains felt dangerous. Flying risky. AOC needed reliable transportation between New York and DC. According to later explanations, she researched electric vehicles. Climate champion. Environmental advocate. Had to be electric. According to her statements, Tesla Model 3 was the only option with sufficient range. It was the only EV that could get me from New York to Washington on like 1 or 1.5 charges, she told Bloomberg in 2022. So she bought it. White Tesla Model 3, New York plates. And for a while, according to reports, nobody cared. She wasn't famous enough for people to track her car. Musk wasn't controversial enough to make it matter. It was just a car. But then 2022 happened, and everything changed. The tweet that started the war. May 2022. AOC tweeted about a billionaire with an ego problem. She didn't name names. But according to observers, the context was clear. Elon Musk had just announced plans to buy Twitter, restore free speech, allow banned accounts back. Progressives panicked. Was this about letting Trump return? AOC's tweet, according to reports, seemed aimed at Musk. Tired of having to collectively stress about what explosion of hate crimes is happening BC, some billionaire with an ego problem unilaterally controls a massive communication platform, she wrote. Musk's response, reportedly devastating. "Stop hitting on me. I'm really shy," he tweeted back. According to sources, he was mocking her, suggesting she was trying to get his attention. The internet erupted. Conservatives laughed. Progressives raged. And someone pointed out, her social media posts, "Doesn't she drive a Tesla?" The discovery that made it hypocrisy. Conservative media started digging, according to reports. Photos emerged. AOC's white Tesla Model 3, parked illegally, in one shot. She attacks Musk, but drives his car. The narrative formed instantly. Jimmy Fila, Fox contributor, reportedly mocked. "She's driving around in a white Tesla telling us the guy who owns Tesla is the devil." According to critics, the contradiction was perfect. Fight billionaires. Tax the rich. Oligarchs are evil. But when you need a car, buy from the richest man alive. Champagne socialist. They called her conservative commentary. Limousine liberal. Do as I say, not as I drive. The memes were relentless, sources reported. And AOC? According to observers, she tried to explain. The explanation that made it worse. May 2022. Bloomberg interview. AOC addressed the Tesla question. At the time, it was the only EV that could get me from New York to Washington on like 1 or 1.5 charges, she explained, according to the interview. "I would love to switch," she added. But according to critics, that wasn't good enough. Other EVs existed in 2020. Chevy Bolt, Nissan Leaf. Sure, their range was shorter, but they were union-made. If you truly supported unions over billionaires, shouldn't you choose union over convenience? According to her defenders, that's unreasonable. She needed a car that worked for her commute. Tesla was the best option. According to critics, that proved the point. When progressive principles meet personal convenience, convenience wins. September 2023. The question came back. Harder. The Face the Nation interview. September 24th, 2023. UAW strike raging. Auto workers on picket lines. AOC appeared on Face the Nation. Margaret Brennan asked, "You were quoted saying you look forward to buying a union-made electric vehicle, but you currently have a non-union-made Tesla. What?" AOC's answer, according to the transcript, was remarkable. "Our car was purchased during the pandemic, before a vaccine had come out. So travel between New York and Washington, the safest way we had determined was an EV." The COVID excuse. Again, according to observers, it made no sense. What did vaccines have to do with buying a Tesla versus a Chevy Bolt? Was the virus living in union-made cars? Social media exploded, per reports. She blamed COVID for buying a Tesla? Critics asked. This is the most AOC answer ever. Supporters laughed. And conservatives? They had a field day. The union workers who noticed. Mark Davis, UAW member, GM plant, Michigan. When he saw AOC on Face the Nation defending her Tesla, according to later interviews, he felt betrayed. She talks about supporting unions, he reportedly said. But when it came time to buy a car, she didn't choose us. According to his account, it stung. Progressive politicians love using union workers as props. Photo ops on picket lines. Speeches about solidarity. But their actions, he suggested, tell a different story. If AOC really believed in unions, Davis reportedly argued, she'd drive a union-made car, even if it's less convenient. But according to defenders, that's unfair. She bought the car in 2020, before the political landscape shifted, before Musk became controversial. Expecting her to predict the future, supporters noted, is unreasonable. The Musk response. Elon Musk reportedly loved the Tesla controversy. Every time AOC criticized him, he'd remind people, "You drive my car." May 2022. After AOC announced she wanted to switch to a union EV, Musk tweeted, according to records, "She's just a puppet," implying, sources suggested, that unions controlled her, not principles. September 2023. After the Face the Nation interview, Musk supporters piled on. She can't even explain why she drives a Tesla without blaming COVID, one tweet noted, per social media activity. According to political observers, Musk won this round. AOC looked hypocritical. Musk looked vindicated. The billionaire she attacked? She literally paid him $50,000. The promise to switch. AOC kept saying she'd trade in the Tesla, according to multiple statements. May 2022. I would love to switch. September 2023. I'm looking into trading in. But as of late 2024, according to reports, she still drove the Tesla. Why? Several possible reasons, sources suggested. Union-made EVs with comparable range didn't really exist yet. Selling a used Tesla had become complicated due to depreciation. Or maybe, critics insinuated, she just liked the car. According to defenders, the lack of alternatives was real. Ford, GM, Stellantis, they had EVs. But not with Tesla's range or charging network. Asking her to downgrade, supporters argued, was performative purity testing. According to critics, that's the whole point. If your principles require inconvenience, but you choose convenience, are they really principles? The socialist who drives luxury. $50,000 for a car. For a self-described democratic socialist. According to critics, that alone was hypocritical. She represents working-class people, they noted, per commentary. How many of them can afford a $50,000 car? Her defenders countered. Congress members make $174,000 per year. She can afford it. And electric cars, they argued, are investments in climate action. But the optics, political observers suggested, were bad. The bartender-turned-congresswoman driving a luxury EV while talking about income inequality? It fed every limousine liberal stereotype, sources reported. The illegally parked photo. 2021, photos emerged. AOC's white Tesla, illegally parked. According to reports, the car was in a no-parking zone. Conservatives mocked relentlessly. Rules for thee, but not for me. She wants to regulate your life, but can't follow parking laws. The photo became a meme for social media tracking. Every time AOC advocated for any regulation, critics shared it. This you, with the illegal Tesla photo. According to defenders, everyone gets parking tickets. It's not a scandal. According to critics, it was perfect symbolism. Progressive elites break rules while demanding everyone else follow them. The interview where she defended herself. 2023, AOC addressed the Tesla criticism directly in interviews. "I bought it when it made sense," she reportedly explained. "Now I want to switch to union-made." "Why haven't you?" interviewers pressed. "The market isn't there yet," she responded, according to transcripts. But critics noted, the Chevy Bolt exists. The Ford Mustang Mach-E. The VW ID.4. All union-made. All available. Just not as good as Tesla, according to reviews. And that, sources suggested, was the problem. She wanted union-made, but only if it was as good as non-union. When forced to choose between principle and quality, she chose quality. According to defenders, that's human. According to critics, that's hypocrisy. The conservative who bought a Tesla to mock her. Brandon Tatum, conservative commentator, black, former police officer. When he heard about AOC's Tesla hypocrisy, according to social media posts, he had an idea. He bought a Tesla, specifically to mock her. "If AOC can drive a Tesla while hating billionaires," he reportedly posted, "I can drive one while loving capitalism." He made videos, sitting in his Tesla, praising Musk, criticizing AOC. "Thanks for the recommendation, AOC," he'd say, according to his content. The trolling was merciless, sources noted, and effective, because it highlighted the absurdity. If Tesla is evil oligarch technology, why do progressives buy it? If it's actually good technology, why attack the man who made it? According to observers, there was no good answer. The squad member who agreed with her. Cori Bush, squad member, Missouri, progressive champion. She also owned a Tesla, according to reports. When asked about it, she gave similar answers to AOC. It was the best option available at the time. But Bush had her own controversy, sources noted. She spent $70,000 on private security while supporting defund the police. According to critics, the squad had a pattern. Progressive policies for the luxury and safety for me. Tesla ownership was just another example, they suggested. The political elite preaching sacrifice while living comfortably. The Musk tweet that destroyed her. May 2022, peak of the feud. AOC kept attacking Musk. Billionaire this, oligarch that. Musk reportedly had enough. He tweeted at her, "Stop hitting on me. I'm really shy," face with tears of joy. According to reports, it was devastating. He turned her serious criticism into a joke, made it about attraction. LMAO, he added, laughing at her. AOC tried to redirect. "I was talking about Zuckerberg." But according to observers, the damage was done. Musk had dismissed her, made her look foolish, won the exchange, and the internet. They laughed with him, her social media activity, because she drove his car, used his platform, and criticized him. The hypocrisy was too perfect, sources suggested. The parking ticket that made it worse. 2021, photo emerged. AOC's Tesla, illegally parked. Whole Foods parking lot. According to the image, the car was in a no parking zone. Conservatives went wild, per reports. She breaks parking laws, but wants to regulate your life. Rules for thee, but not for me. The symbolism was perfect, observers noted. Progressive politician. Luxury car. Illegal parking. Everything critics said about her in one photo. According to defenders, everyone gets parking tickets. It's meaningless. According to critics, it was everything. The elite who don't follow rules lecturing everyone else about morality. The Tesla owner who defended her. Marcus Chun, California. Tech worker. Tesla owner. Progressive. When he saw conservatives mocking AOC's Tesla, according to later interviews, he pushed back. "This is ridiculous," he reportedly said. "You can criticize a system while participating in it." He pointed out, socialists use iPhones. Environmentalists fly on planes. Nobody's a perfect activist, he argued, per his statements. AOC buying a Tesla didn't make her a hypocrite. It made her human. But according to critics, that missed the point. AOC's entire brand was purity, authenticity, no compromises. If she compromises on cars, what else does she compromise on? The congressional colleague who mocked her. Dan Crenshaw. Texas Republican, former Navy SEAL, AOC critic. When the Tesla story broke, according to reports, he had thoughts. AOC says billionaires are evil, he reportedly tweeted, but drives one's car, uses one's social media, probably has an iPhone. Almost like she doesn't actually believe what she says. The mockery was brutal, sources noted, and effective, because it raised the fundamental question. If you truly opposed billionaires, wouldn't you sacrifice convenience? According to Crenshaw's logic, AOC's behavior proved she didn't really believe her own rhetoric. Just performance. Just branding. The climate activist who supported her, Greta Thunberg, faced similar criticism, according to reports. Climate activist who flew on planes, wore clothes made in factories. Her response: I don't have to be perfect to demand climate action. AOC's supporters used the same logic. She doesn't have to avoid all billionaire products to criticize billionaires. Purity tests, they argued, are destructive, unrealistic. According to this view, AOC buying a Tesla was fine. What mattered was her policy advocacy, not her consumer choices. But critics countered. When your policy is tax billionaires and you're literally giving them money, yes, it matters. The bigger question: the Tesla controversy raised something deeper, according to political analysts. Can you ethically consume under capitalism? That's the question socialists debate endlessly. If you oppose billionaires, can you buy iPhones? Made by Apple, Tim Cook is a billionaire. Can you shop on Amazon? Jeff Bezos. Can you use Twitter/X? Elon Musk. Can you drive a Tesla? Also Musk. According to purists, no. Ethical consumption is impossible, so you minimize harm. According to pragmatists, yes. You participate in society while trying to change it. AOC appeared to be in the second camp, observers noted. She used Twitter to criticize Musk, drove a Tesla while attacking him, participated in the system while advocating for its reform. According to critics, that's just hypocritical with extra steps. According to supporters, that's the only way change happens. The workers who disagreed. Not all union workers blamed AOC, according to reports. Some understood. Limited EV options in 2020. Tesla was the best. I get it, one UAW member told reporters, per interviews. I'd probably buy a Tesla too if I needed the range. But others felt differently, sources noted. She could have bought used, one suggested. Bought a hybrid. Taken the train. The debate split even union members, according to observations. Some saw her as pragmatic, others as hypocritical. And AOC, reportedly, couldn't win either way. Buy union and sacrifice convenience? C. Union products are inferior. Buy Tesla and get called hypocrite? C. She doesn't really support unions. The Amtrak alternative. Critics had a point, according to analysis. New York to Washington. Amtrak runs that route. Union workers. No billionaire involved. Why didn't she just take the train? AOC's defenders noted, trains take longer. Less flexible. COVID risk in 2020. But according to critics, that proved the point. She chose personal convenience over principle. The train would have been the principled choice. She chose the luxury car. And that, sources suggested, revealed priorities. The Musk supporter who gloated. Sawyer Merritt. Tesla investor. Musk defender. Twitter personality. When AOC's Tesla hypocrisy emerged, according to his posts, he celebrated. AOC owns a Tesla Model 3. He tweeted, per records, ranked #1 most American-made vehicle. There isn't a union-made EV that even cracks the top 100. His point, Tesla wasn't just better than union cars. It was more American. According to his argument, AOC supporting Tesla actually helped American workers, just not unionized ones. The irony, he noted, was delicious. The photo op that backfired. September 2023. AOC joined UAW picket line. Missouri. GM plant. Standing with workers. Solidarity. Fighting for unions. Photos everywhere. Press coverage. Progressive heroism. But someone pointed out, according to social media posts, she drove her Tesla to get here. The optics were terrible, observers suggested. Support union auto workers. While driving a non-union car. According to critics, it was peak AOC. Good intentions. Bad execution. Tone-deaf choices. According to defenders, she was trying. And that's what mattered. The final irony. 2024 to 2025, Elon Musk joined Trump's administration. Doge. Government cuts. AOC's attacks on Musk intensified, according to social media records. Morally vacant oligarch, she called him, her posts. One of the most unintelligent billionaires. And every single time, according to reports, critics replied, "You drive his car." The Tesla had become, political observers noted, a permanent albatross. Every criticism of Musk undermined by the fact that she literally gave him $50,000. In 2025, reports emerged: Tesla attacks, vandalism, arson, some linked to anti-Musk rhetoric from Democrats. Fox News asked AOC, "Do you think Democratic rhetoric contributed to Tesla attacks?" She reportedly refused to answer. The irony, sources suggested, was brutal. She attacked Musk for years, but owned his product. Now Teslas were being targeted, and she still drove one. According to some observers, this put her at risk. Her own car could be vandalized because of rhetoric she helped create. The trade-in that never happened. 2022, I would love to switch. 2023, I'm looking into trading in. 2024, still driving the Tesla, according to reports. 2025, presumably still the Tesla. Why? Sources speculated multiple reasons. Union EVs still don't match Tesla's range. Used Tesla market crashed, making trade-in value poor. She actually likes the car. Or maybe, cynics suggested, she never intended to switch. The promise was performative, meant to quiet critics. But following through would mean inconvenience. And when has AOC chosen inconvenience over comfort? According to her defenders, that's unfair. She's waiting for a viable alternative. When one exists, she'll switch. According to critics, excuses are infinite when you don't want to do something. The truth nobody wants to admit. 2020, AOC bought a Tesla. It made sense at the time. 2022, Musk became controversial. The car became a problem. 2023, she promised to switch. Hasn't yet. 2025, still driving the Tesla. Still attacking Musk. Is it hypocrisy? According to critics, absolutely. You can't claim to fight oligarchs while literally funding them. Is it practical? According to defenders, yes. She needed a car. Tesla was the best option. End of story. The real answer, political observers suggested, is both. It's hypocritical and practical. She compromised her principles for convenience, which makes her human, but also makes her a hypocrite. And in politics, according to sources, being human doesn't excuse being hypocritical. Because the whole AOC brand is principled purity. The bartender who won't compromise. The fighter who won't sell out. But the Tesla? It shows she will compromise when it benefits her. And that, analysts noted, damages the brand. The white Tesla, parked illegally, owned by a socialist, made by a billionaire. It's the perfect symbol, according to reports, of progressive contradictions. Fight the rich, but buy their products. Support unions, but choose convenience. Attack oligarchs, but fund them. AOC's Tesla isn't just a car, sources suggested. It's a mirror, reflecting every contradiction in modern progressive politics. And 7 years after buying it, according to reports, she still hasn't traded it in. Because maybe, observers speculated, she likes it too much. Or maybe union options still aren't good enough. Or maybe the Tesla is just too useful to give up. Whatever the reason, the car remains. And so does the hypocrisy. The working-class champion, driving a luxury EV, made by the world's richest man, whom she calls an oligarch, on Twitter, which he owns, from her Tesla, which he made. The irony, according to political analysts, is perfect and unfixable, because as long as AOC drives that white Tesla Model 3, critics will never let her forget it. Every attack on Musk, every criticism of billionaires, every call to tax the rich, they'll respond the same way. You drive his car. And according to reports, she has no good answer. Just COVID, and vaccines, and range anxiety, and promises to switch. Someday, eventually, when the options are better. But for now, the Tesla stays, and the hypocrisy lives on. 2020, bought it for practical reasons. 2025, keeps it despite political cost. The car she can't defend, but won't give up. The Tesla that proves, according to critics, everything they've always said. She's not really a socialist. She's a performer. She doesn't hate billionaires. She just wants to be one. She talks working class, but lives upper class. And the white Tesla Model 3 with New York plates? It's the evidence. Rolling down the highway. Undeniable. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Democratic socialist, union champion, billionaire critic, driving Elon Musk's car. The contradiction, sources suggested, is permanent. The hypocrisy, according to reports, is unforgettable. And the Tesla? Still in her driveway, still mocking her, still proving the point. You can't fight oligarchs while funding them. You can't support unions while choosing non-union. You can't be a working-class hero in a $50,000 luxury car. But Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, according to all evidence, is trying anyway. And that, political observers noted, is the most AOC thing of all.